Hello, beautiful people. How are all of you doing on this fine, pleasant, so cloudy the sky's white, not even gray, Thursday morning? How do you all do? Hello! Chat, how do you do? Trump has gotta actually be the Antichrist. You have a special place in my heart. Yeah, following American news nowadays feels fucking crazy. It feels kind of crazy, dude. Get an exercise redeem. My legs are omega sore, so I don't think I'll do squats. Ugh. Anyways, Chad, how are you doing today? Personally, I'm doing okay. Last night, after stream, I finished what I said I was gonna read. The fucking I got pregnant with the Emperor's Child manhwa. It was not it, honestly. Whoever in chat said that it was kind of bad was right. It was kind of bad. For sure. Chat, it's not an Empreg story, okay? The protagonist was a woman, okay? It's not an Empreg story. Stop it. Boring, true.
Exploration and trials.
The name is kind of sus. I mean, the premise is fine, and the first few chapters were actually kind of good, but the way the conflict escalated was kind of ass. Anyways, but I also read something else. I read Surviving the Game as a Barbarian as well. I read the 87-ish currently released chapters. And I liked it. I liked that one a decent amount. I thought it was fine. It's probably the second shonen manhwa that I think doesn't have an unlikable protagonist. worth reading. I mean, if you like the genre, yeah, but it's not so good that I'd recommend it to people that don't like the genre. Anyways, and the other thing I did is I read another 5 chapters of the Nickel Boys. And, man, dude, it's a hard read. Fucking hell, dude. I'll try to keep reading today. How many pages of notes are you at? I slowed down on the note taking because I wanted to keep reading. I think I'm at like 3.5 now.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow
3.
the light. And
I'm at 3
humans
pages of notes
we
so
call
far.
that light hope.
Do you guys want to know what my notes for chapter 5 were? Anyways. A what chapter? Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Yeah, anyways. That's a way to define it? Yes, sir. Yeah, the chapter is like... The chapter opens up with, like, the narrator pretty much telling you that the main character is about to experience something fucking horrific. And then it spends the whole chapter, like, having the main character just fucking chilling. Going around yapping to people. Okay, I will say though, I think this is the first time that I've actually enjoyed the, like, setting description in a book. I haven't read in a while, so maybe, like, I haven't read, like, an actual book, not a manga or a manhwa or a comic or whatever in a while. So it could just be that I'm older now, so I'm, like, more patient. Or it could just be that it's just written really well. I'm not sure which one it is. But combination of both, probably, yeah. Probably to some extent. Is ZZZ the ultimate Gooner game? No. Nikkei exists? True. Is the ultimate Hoyoguner game? There are far worse out there. Is that true? Ooh, that could be good. Okay, I've never played it, so I need a fucking I don't know how to... I need someone who's attracted to men in chat to tell me. Is ZZZ more Gunnar than Tears of Themis? No? Okay, that's kind of the impression I was under. Cause call Ziox? Yeah, maybe I should ask him. ZZ is Gunnar, but it's kind of grounded at the same time. Are you not like other Gunnars in ZZZ? Is that what's happening right now? Gunnar is such a funny word. I agree, it's a pretty funny word. ZZZ is Gunnar for the furry community with a talking bear. Is it? Is Ben supposed to be a goon-inducing character? I don't think so. Maybe I just don't understand furries, but I don't think so. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Get to work.
Wipe out.
My goat, what the fuck, dude? Holy fuck, man. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Oh. It's interesting, I guess. What, wrong set? Shut the fuck up, okay? Keep it to yourself. Some words need to be kept in your goddamn mouth, alright? Because if they come out of it, you'll get banned. That's right. You're gonna get banned. Guards? Ban this fucking loser. Take him out of here. Holy! Wait, that's actually good. Wait, I did a holy and it actually worked? What? That's never happened to me before. Anyways, chat, tonight, I'm gonna read 5 more chapters of the Nickel Boys, and I'm gonna read Latna Saga. I started the first few chapters, and it's excited to see how it goes, I guess. Any lantern ride today? Maybe. I'll think about it. This is probably gonna be a shorter stream than usual. Because I'm pretty tired. I woke up. I went to bed really late, and I woke up after not getting nearly enough sleep.
I'm going in. Get to work. You two. Top pyroclastic surge.
Can you tell us what is large about today? I'm large. Call me Large F.
Rise. Let's light it up. Everybody, fulfill our pact. Suffer the light of the blazing sun.
Alright. Let's just get it over with, man. Roll into defense. Roll into defense so I don't have to keep leveling. Getting my hopes up now. You're getting my hopes up just to fucking... That's a pretty good Kaniche piece, I guess. I'll finish leveling it, sure. Oh, really? I'm out of consumables? Really? If I feed a Vermilion piece into it, I'm gonna get lucky. That's how it works. Wait, it is how it works. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. Wait. Can't wait. Pause? Wait, that's actually a massive upgrade, because that means I can go off-piece on something else. But what? Yes, flower? Maybe not. Or maybe... Maybe it's a Chaska upgrade instead? No, she's on off-piece as well for the feather. Fuck, dude. I guess this is kind of ass. Why do my feathers have to be so garbage? I guess this is bad, though. I'm probably overcapped with this, though. Yeah, I'm a little overcapped with this. Yeah, okay, this won't work. Is this really not an upgrade on anyone? Like, did I really get a piece like this and it's not an upgrade on anyone? Dude. What did I do to deserve this, chat? Great on Varessa? What the fuck is Varessa? Jessica? Electro 5-star? Do we have leaks? No. And
Add astra.
okay, I guess.
Thank you for add astra.
Okay, the business. Yes, I wonder how the town showcase is doing. Pretty whatever.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
That, why do you place Navidad above Moika? It's a mix of a few things, but mainly Navidad is gonna be easier to play for most people, and Navidad is a lot less reliant on the on being able to be played with his best teammates. He's got a lot more versatility, which I think is a pretty big deal for carries. I think when it comes to supports, versatility isn't that big of a deal because you generally don't build a team around wanting to play a support because you don't really spend any time on your support. There's very little to say about their gameplay. You're not gonna enjoy a Shilonen team because you're playing Shilonen in the team, you know? Unless you're playing Shilonen carry, right? And so, flexibility for supports doesn't matter as much because you'll get your supports based on what carries you want to play. But versatility for carries does, because if you want to play a carry, being able to play them in more different situations matters a lot. Both when it comes to making sure that you have the supports you want to play with them available because they're not necessary for other teams, but also it's important that there isn't too often content that's like designed around, or that the characters the carry is bad in. And I guess it feels weird to say because we finally have an Abyss that isn't particularly good for Navidad, but this is the first one we have in, I mean, a long time since Navidad came out, and he's still one of the most popular carries. And there's a reason for that, you know? But yeah. I do think it's very reasonable to think Moika is better. It's just based on the criteria that I have for evaluating characters. I personally favor Navidad a bit more. Quite a bit more, honestly. True, but Moika can be played as a support slash off-fielder. Yeah. I guess. Anyways. Check something real quick.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
We've got an emote redeem. What do you got? Link to, dude, that's awful. Why would you request that? That's an awful emote.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Did you do the 7 TV cleanup? Not yet, no.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
I'm heading east. Don't you come with, you hear? Oh, ow!
Don't interfere with
Where
the
did that
mixing
come from?
process if you don't keep your voice down.
I should, this is Alita's video. I need to actually make a comment. Oh, by the way, I kinda
Benny's adventure team.
significantly improved my Gaming build in the last few days. Crimson Witch Strongbox popped off. Then let me go to Anka, make sure that the build is updated.
Oh, ow! Where did that?
It is. Yeah.
Don't interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You can check my
Go find some treasure.
somewhat up-to-date builds on my Anka profile. Whenever.
Don't interfere with the mixing process.
It's in the video? Wait, is it? Am I an idiot?
Join me on an adventure in ages. Come on.
Wait.
Let's go.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Oh. Oh shit. Wait. My bad. Wait. I didn't see that part. Wait, let me. It's just because I don't want to strongbox too much more. And I'm okay with that. Like, it's good enough.
The next day.
This is gonna be the last one, and if I don't get one, I'll craft one. Look at this crit rate in this ER. Holy I'll easy clap chat. This is so free. This is so free! This is so good! Yes! Let's go! 6 roll, goblet, and oh, good stuff.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Anyways, the Sands isn't the only Gaming upgrade I got that day. You can check my somewhat up-to-date
Things come to those.
build on my Anka profile.
That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
They put in the Molani. Wait, I do want to see how they edited in the Molani clip, because I didn't take a look at that either. Probably the strongest character that I hate playing. I don't think there's a single Molani team that I actually enjoy playing. God, I hate her.
Let's ride!
That was awful. Did my thing just fall off? There's a lot of stuff. Man! Man!
Where did that come from?
Don't interfere with the mixing process. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Man. Anyways, chat! I want a video idea from you guys. What sort of stuff do you think would be nice to see on the channel? Like, that's not necessarily the same as the stuff I usually do. Like, outside of, like, the Ask Zajef pre-release, post-release stuff. What sort of, like, more casual content would you like to see? Make account review? That could be interesting, but I definitely don't want to do that today. Balatro, true!
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the
Forgotten unit clears? Here's the thing though, if you just look at usage rate, like Sucrose is a forgotten unit. Ooh. The uncanny, surprising phenomenon of Zajef using Sucrose in Abyss, that's crazy, dude. Why is he doing that? Holy. One thing I've always thought about is if you're able to clear with Fashion Impact, if your build has the right stats and shit, yeah, 100%. 100%. But I'm not leveling Fashion Impact stuff. I could... ask Fashion Impact players if I can borrow their account. I'll DM Kiwi right now. There. Stop. Should I open with staring, or stuff? I'm gonna open with stuff.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
But anyways, that's not the sort of stuff you can do day of. I want ideas that I could do, like, right now. TCG, no. Wait, what if I try to canoe every single song right now? What if I go try to canoe Duel in the Mist right now? Week-long stream. Hell yeah, dude. You won't? Yeah, I know. I know I won't. Fuck! Fuck. Ooh, dude, 92! That's my best one so far, holy fucking shit, dude. That's 2 higher than the last time. Isn't your keyboard cooked? It doesn't matter for this. My keyboard is cooked when you have to do more than, like, a lot of different notes at the same time. This isn't a lot of different notes at the same time, it's just notes are real fucking fast. You try to 100%? I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure this is probably the only song that I would not be able to 100%, even if I actually put my mind to it. This one's too fun. I'll do it one time and then we'll get back to regularly scheduled content. Have you tried the community charts? I've tried a few of them, but ask me again after this. Fuck! No! This one's way too fun to play. It's way too fun to play. I really like it. It's so fucking fun. This track actually fucks, yeah, and the mapping for this is definitely the best one of them. Because it's hard, but it's predictable. Should I do one more? I want to do one more. Oh no, we're gonna get sunlocked. You have any Kenoras? I think I have one. I didn't try to canoe any of them properly. Except the Enka one. But, I mean, that one's fucking hard. Yeah, the Ito one. I got the Ito one canoed. I should be able to do this one pretty easily, but I don't know. Now, he does probably the easiest to canoe. It might be. It's pretty easy, that's for sure. Do Tomas? Sure. What would canoe mean? It's Kenoras, but we say canoe because it kind of looks like canoe. We can definitely do this if we play it a few times. Fuck. We didn't get a single miss, but we got like, I think 2 or 3 goods. I think 3. 5! That's more than I thought. Okay. Yeah, like this one's not that easy, but it's really short. Fuck. Fuck. It's alright. That was better. We got like 1 or 2 misses, but that was actually a better attempt than the last one. Even if we, like, missed more. It's because once we missed our first one, the motivation fell. Good is a trigger word for rhythm gamers, true. It's fine, it's fine. This is gonna be the one. It won't be. We never get 2 good attempts in a row. Them's the rules. Why am I bad at this, dude? I'm shaking, dude. Fuck! Was that it? One of them I'm not sure if I got. It might have been it. It was. Okay. Let's go! We did it, chat. We got our second canoe. Second canoe done. Using all 6 fingers? Yes, all 6 of my fingers. I'm using all of them. Which one should we do next, chat? Nahida one? I don't really want to do the Nahida one. It's not fun to listen to on repeat. I could do the Yoimiya one, because that one is actually fun to listen to and repeat. Like, there's some things that are really good, but you don't want to listen to them over and over. I'm awful. What the? Okay, bad start. Bad start. Bad start. Jesus Christ. That was fucking terrible, but... This might be hard to canoe. Because, like, the easiest parts of the song... Well, not the easiest, but, like... The, like, easy parts of the songs are really fast. So you can easily fuck it up. Even if you get the hard parts. I could canoe this if I put my mind to it, but it's not fun enough of a song for me to want to. It's easier to read compared to Duel. Okay, they're all easier to read compared to Duel. Okay, Duel is the hardest one by far. You know, like. Like, it's not even close. Duel in the Mist compared to every single one of the other ones is so much harder. Ducole? This one's gonna be fun to listen to on repeat as well, so I'm okay with that. And it's not that long either. But the early rhythm is kind of fucked. Fuck! We could canoe this one as well, but yeah. And to the person who said Fontaine 2 is basically as hard to canoe as Duel, it doesn't really matter because I'm not good enough to canoe either of them. Which one is Fontaine 2? This one? I want you guys to understand, okay? I am the Chloride of rhythm games, okay? I'm the best mid player, okay? What part is hard? I see. This is the part. I understand what part you're struggling with for Canoe. I straight up did not see that. I straight up did not see it on my screen. I think I have brain damage, chat. Am I not even gonna discount this? It's really long and there's a bunch of easy parts, so I might still at least discount this. Yeah, okay. We still discount this pretty easily. Okay, yeah, and just because there's... It's just because there's a lot more easy parts in this one than in Duel of the Mist. But still, how is this a 7, by the way? How is this a 7? And then, like... This is an 8. What's the shortest 8? Because I want to do an 8 to compare it to. But all the 8s are so fucking long. Like, the only 8 that's actually hard is Duel of the Mist. Anyways, I'll take like a few more song requests and then we'll move on. Scara is so hard. This one? Maybe you can do it. It's pretty fun to listen to. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that part's kind of rough. Fuck! I forgot to hold. Fuck, doing that achievement? What achievement? I don't think there's an achievement to canoe everything, right? Is there? Shortest 8 out of 20 is Aja, huh? Alright, let's do that one as well. But like, how are these songs easier than that fucking Fontaine one? Like, or harder? They're supposedly a whole ass level of difficulty harder. Achievement is Discantus. Wait, you can do the easy versions too, really? This is definitely the easiest 8. I could probably canoe this. Fuck. Missed the combo at the end. Ah! No! I took my hands off the keyboard! I thought it was over! I missed the combo at the end. I could definitely canoe this if I really put my mind to it. Like, I only missed 13, and one of those was because I took my fucking hands off the keyboard. Kinda wanna give it a shot, dude. Fuck, we're already done. That's fine, though. I do want to try to at least get full combo. Fuck. I didn't get full combo. was a better attempt, I think. We missed 13 last time. We missed 7 this time. Yeah, it was much better. Oh, someone redeemed the exercise redeem. Fuck. Okay. Ugh. Alright, chat, would you prefer we keep trying this one, or we do something else? What do you guys want? Another song? Alright. Whale? We can do whale. Already got a good Saj. But I'm not gonna canoe this anyways, so it doesn't matter. How did I not lose my combo there? There's no fucking shot I actually did all of those notes properly. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it honestly could have been a lot worse. 98. That's not bad. This is also definitely canoeable. La baguette? Sure.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Nous pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
Chat? I don't think I missed anything. Was that a fucking first try? Please tell me. No! When did I get a good? I'm pissed. I'm pissed, dude. Fucking hell. I don't even know when I got a good. I didn't notice it. Fuck! God damn it, man. I'm fucking shaking, man! Ah! It's so stressful. We'll try again, but the first time we miss, we stop.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait l'eau dans son courant.
Alright, let's do one more. Let's do one more time. Let's do this. This one's pretty fun to do as well. Fuck. I should have looked at chat! I thought it was gonna slow down for like a half second and I had time to look at chat, but I did not. I kinda locked out at the end there. I definitely logged the fuck out at the end. It's a 98. I'm gonna say 97.6. That's pretty... Not pretty fucking close, you know? Sino song? Fuck. I kind of locked down that part, but then I locked out. To say I got locked in. That was a bad idea. I should have kept my fucking mouth shut, dude. Now, which one do we do next, chat? It's a 96? No, I think that's higher than that. It's a 98, yeah. Cole? Didn't we already do Cole? Resin? I'm okay with that. Second Inazuma song? No. I'm never doing Duel in the Mist again, dude. Fuck you. That was not very good. Yeah, this one's harder than it seems. But it's short. I could probably canoe this if I do it like a lot of times in a row. Risley? You've been asking for Risley for a while, so even if I hate this song, I'll do it once. Chat, why does a song this bad have a beat map this good, by the way? I fucked up. I got a good there. So that's fine. We're still comboing. That's what matters. No! My combo. So close. We almost full comboed this song. We got one miss. It's unfortunate. Dude, why does a song this bad have a beat map this good? Because this beat map is actually so fucking good. It's actually probably as good as the Enka beat map. But the song is so ass that I don't want to do it again. Alright, we'll do Albedo. To satisfy the beggars in chat. I wonder if I'll be able to canoe this. It's supposed to be a 5. But I don't remember it being that easy. So I might not canoe it. How is this a 5, by the way? It's not that hard, but like... It's harder than a bunch of 7s. I get a feeling I'm gonna end this with one good. And it's gonna piss me off. So I'm kinda hoping I fuck up. So I don't get as pissed off when it's over. Yeah, okay. Thank God. I'm glad I fucked up at the end, because otherwise I would have gotten pissed off, dude. I would have gotten pissed off otherwise. Oops. Flee? Alright, we'll do flee. Actual endgame? True. This is a lot more fun than Abyss. Fuck. It's okay, I would not have canoed this. First try anyways. that bad. Venti theme? Sure. Do the Zajef classic Hutao theme? My head hurts. I don't want to do that today. Fuck. That was okay. Probably got 99. No, we didn't. Wow. Huh. Guess I fucked it up more than I thought I did. Third Fontaine song? Okay, chat. Why do I want to do Duel in the Mist again? What's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? Chat, I think there's something wrong with me. Like, deeply wrong with me. That was not it. We did not get discounted. What? What? Did I get better at this without noticing? Cause like, this is my best score on it so far, and it did not feel like I was successful. You're getting less goods than before. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm missing about as much, but I'm getting a lot more perfects versus goods. That's probably what's happening. That actually makes a lot of sense. A pet. Okay, chat has been begging for a pet for a while, so let's do a pet. Have you calibrated it? Yeah, of course I did. Bro, I would not be getting these scores without calibrating it. I'm fucking locked in right now, chat. Fuck! No! Every time I open my goddamn mouth, dude. It's fine. It's better content that way. Okay, I managed to relock the fucking. That was actually really good. For a song that's this long, that was actually really good. I'm satisfied with my performance for this one. This is probably one that's canoeable. But there's no way I'm gonna attempt to canoe a fucking 3-minute 30 song. No fucking shot. I'm down for Tuffnutty. It's probably my favorite character demo from Sumeru. Resin's still better. It's good. I agree, but I like this one better. No, I missed. My first miss, I actually think that like my keyboard is just kind of didn't register the input properly because I'm pretty sure I input it. The second one was my bad. The first one, I might have just not pressed down on the key hard enough. It might actually just be a fucking USB keyboard diff. It was insane. It was pretty good. It's a fun song. The beat map is really good. I'm down to do another one. We're gonna restart. Wait, if we get a good that early, we restart. Like, I don't mind not getting Canoe, but I ain't no way I'm going with a good this early. This is kind of like the Enka theme. With a really good song with a great beat map. That's difficult, but not too hard. I got it good. But we did full combo it. We got like 2 or 3 goods, but we got a full combo. This is very canoeable. We got 4 goods, okay. Very, very canoeable, but it's so fun, dude. One of the rare OSTs that's actually good from start to finish. Yeah, because a lot of the OSTs in Genshin have like natural build-up from calm to epic. And it feels like it gets better with time or worse with time. But the Tihnari one, the transition isn't really from calm to epic, it's from Leyue to Sumeru. And so every part of it feels like it is pleasant to listen to. It's fun because you're good at it. I'm good at it because it's fun. That's the thing. What Nalano OSTs? I'm not sure. A lot of the Nalano OSTs are good, but I don't really know their names. Because I haven't listened to them, like, by themselves. That might have been it. That might have been a canoe. Is that a canoe? Yeah, let's go. We did it. We did it, chat. I think I saw one good. Sure, buddy. This is making me want to try this again, though, because it's got the same vibe to it. Well, it's not. It's like really different musically, but like the beat map is somewhat similar and it's just as fun. Okay, let's not yap while we're playing. It's harder, but it's just as fun, if not more. We fucked up that. Well, let's start over. This is definitely canoeable. This is probably the hardest song that I would be willing to canoe, because it's really fun to play. be it, but that's fine. Yeah, we locked out at the end, but that's fine. Okay, let's do one last one, chat. One that we haven't done yet. What do you guys wanna hear? Sumeru? We could do one of the first few Sumeru ones. Let's do this one. Didn't he say one last one like an hour ago? Yeah, pretty much. This one starts fucking fast. Let's start over. My head wasn't ready, dude. Fuck. That was not good. This one's definitely canoeable. It's pretty easy. It's just like unpredictable. But none of the sections so far have been particularly hard. I'm just bad. But it's a really boring beat map. It's a really boring beat map, Jesus Christ. Wow, that is, yeah. Like, the song's good, but the beat map is, the beat map is so boring. I don't want to finish on this, dude. I like this Sumeru main theme map. This one? Sure, we can take a look. You're right, it's a good start. Fuck! Okay, we locked out at the end. I like the start of the map, but I don't like the middle very much. One last one. This time for real. What's a good one that we haven't done today? Let's do Leo main theme. Fuck. Awful. Fuck. Fuck. I'm bad, chat. This was a terrible performance. To the person earlier that was asking about player-made maps, player-made maps are often impossible for me to do because my keyboard is dog shit and I don't have the, what do you call it? I still don't know what the fuck it's called. If I play multiple keys and key roll over, yeah. If I play multiple keys at the same time, sometimes some of them just don't register. And all of the in-game maps take that into account and never make you play too many notes at once. But the player-made maps pretty much all do. Like if I go do this, there's probably gonna be a bunch of stuff that I straight up can't play. Dude, what the fuck is this? Okay. Like there, I pressed F, but it didn't register. Like, I can't play this. Like, it literally doesn't work. Like, I press the keys and it doesn't work. That's why I don't really do player-made maps, because they all fucking do this shit. And my keyboard literally doesn't work for that. And the low difficulty ones are all too easy. And the high difficulty ones all do this. Good map so far. Fuck. Yeah, I know you can filter, but I don't think there's a filter that actually properly works for that. Yeah, no. 'Cause this one you can, like... I mean, sure, we can try, but then there's not gonna be arpeggios. And arpeggios are fun. Well, this is gonna be hard, isn't it? I'm kinda down to give it a shot, though. How bad is this gonna be? If it's 4 notes, but it's an 8, it's probably gonna be fucking bullshit. Yeah. When it's 4 note and an 8, you know it's gonna be bullshit. That mopping is so bad, I kind of agree. This is great mapping so far. Keyboard diff. Not fucking bad, though. This is a great one. I like it a lot. Great map. Let's do this one. Can we get the codes? Nope. I lost them. Too many notes. Too many notes. Can't do this. Too many notes! 4 notes, 8 not happening. The thing is, usually the 7s are too easy and the 8s are too hard. That's the problem. This is probably the first beat map that I feel is fair and I'm actually just awful at. This is the first beat map that is actually making me struggle. Like, I can understand what's happening, but my fingers can't keep up. Which is pretty rare. Because, like, I mean, I have a lot of years playing piano, right? But usually my fingers can keep up. So that means this is a great map. I want to do it again. Oh man, but it's fucking trills on fingers 3 and 4, which is so fucking harsh. This is hard, dude! It's hard! We almost got a fucking Descantus. I want to Descantus this before I move on. We're definitely favoriting this one. It's really good. It's a really, really good map. This might have been it, but I'm not sure. It was. Okay. Huge. Huge! What's that? Okay, why can't you copy the fucking share code from this page? Like, why? Who designed this UI? And what's wrong with them? If you don't favorite it and you leave, you can't even find it again. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Anyways, here's the fucking code. For those of you that wanna do it. Yeah, I remember I had a lot of fun with these. Should we do this again? I lied, it wasn't the last one. I wish I could play this in Abyss, waiting for a Serpent's Spine to stack. True. Why do I keep saying meat map, dude? What's wrong with me? This beat map looks really fun. It is. I haven't favorited a lot of them, but this is one of them that I have favorited. Let's do this one. I could do this if I actually, like, take my time with it and give it a proper shot. Maybe. Alright, and then here's this beat mount for those of you that want it. And we'll do the last one that I've saved, which was this one. And after that it's actually gonna be over. Fuck. Already got a good. No. Keyboard is getting absolutely slammed, yeah. How hard is the official one? I'm actually kind of curious now. Okay, this is gonna be the last one shot, I promise. I promise this is the last one. I swear, it's true. I fucked up at the end anyways. Anyways. Alright, that's enough of that. That's enough. We've done we've done it. We no more. No more. No fucking more. That was enough. Stall time? That sounds like a good idea. We haven't done stall in like 2 days, right? Holy stare. Pound. Zilch. Okay, not bad. Soft rock. Play? First string squad, A-team. Soft rock question mark? Clay question mark? I don't know. Tissue layers, no clue. Florida's so-called cigar city. What the fuck? To any degree. Okay. It's not clay. Because this is probably cameo. Fuck. What's it called again? Is it talk? No. I forgot. Whatever. Midnight Mass. This could just be Tampa, maybe? Magma? Then this probably is Tampa. Is this a word, chat? I think it is, but I'm not sure. This is gonna be altos. Legit? Flies? A tall. I have no idea. I don't understand this one at all. At all! I get it now.
Have a compulsion to follow the light.
Okay, is this the rock I'm thinking of?
Except we call that light.
The one that's like powdery and white? Yeah, it is. Yeah, the one that's in baby powder. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. No, that's cocaine. Okay, buddy, calm down. Let's do the Genshin Redact.
Is right up my alley.
Oh god. Wait. That's just Ayaka, isn't it? Yeah. This is probably the easiest one. Wow, that was fucking free, dude. Holy shit. Wait, I fucking smurfed on that one. Holy. Added Lanyan. Oh, fuck. Okay. Balls? Okay. Oh. Oh, they've updated their UI. Wait, that's Pog. Oh, there's an emoji one for Starrel now. Pog. Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. I've heard this voice line many times. I remember what it sounds like. But whose voice is that? Because the thing is, I don't hear these voice lines when I have the character on screen. I hear the voice lines when I forget to pause when I'm alt tab doing shit like this. So it's hard for me to know which character it is. Because they're not on screen when they say it, dude. I think it's Katsing. Yeah, okay. Huge. 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 That's... Is that not just child? Yeah. Emojis. Okay. Okay. Is this supposed to be a cloud or a rock? I think it's supposed to be a rock. But who would have a rock? And muscles? Could it just be Noelle? Yeah, okay. Girl bossing. Bald! Destruction character released relatively recently with the same weekly boss mod as Bald. Insane. I don't need a middleman. Plus, who calls themselves tall, blue, and handsome? Anyone who calls themselves tall, blue, and handsome can't be trusted. Who calls themselves tall, blue, and handsome? That sounds like something Sampo would say, but like, is he blue? I guess his hair is blue. But I wouldn't use blue as a one of the three main adjectives to describe Sampo. But it has to be about Sampo. And it has to be someone who's involved in trade somehow. On Jarillo. So... It can't be Clara. Clara's too young to say something like this. Japar's too serious to say something like this. Hook's too young. Luca? It could be Luca. It's Luca. Huge. Huge! Daily ability. I know that, but I forgot. Is that ratio? No. Oh, it's Pela. Right. Right. I've seen this ability so many times. Cap. Damn. Dude, who the fuck could it be? Rappa, because she has a cap? Yeah, okay, cool. Nice. That was easy, I guess. Ben! It wasn't Ben. Ellen! It wasn't Ellen. Oh. Corin! It was Corin. I'm right back, chat. I have returned. Alright. Guards? Get them out.
God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Abyss tier list? I don't know, man. I don't really want to do Abyss tier list because it's not like visually that compelling. Like it's gonna be a tier list of numbers. Like, you know. Anyways, chat, do you guys have any chill video idea I could do? Another Genshin iceberg? I suppose we could do something like that, but that requires prep, so we're not gonna do that today. We got an exercise redeem.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Abyss boss enemies guide. That could be interesting. Wait, that's actually a really good idea. There's so many bosses to cover though. Man, I don't know. To create the Hydro MC bug, there's no reason for me to bother with that. I don't want to use Chao Lanterns. Like, literally just throw Mora out the window. I'm good. I need Mora, man. Best and worst about each character. I could do, like, one interesting thing kit-wise about each character. Title it something like, is every Genshin character playable? Or something like that. Yeah, but it's just, there's so many characters where there's just nothing interesting to say about them. Updated beginner guide / tips that aren't just use your resin. That's an interesting idea. I'm actually down. I'm down to do a video for beginners. It's not really my main target audience, but I do think it would be nice for there to be like an actual good, like, list of things that are helpful for beginners. So let's think about stuff to say. So we can talk about wasting resources. Is there 2S in resources? I never know. In French there's 2 S's, but I don't think there's 2 S's in English. The words like that, where like they're written the same way in French and English, except one of the letters becomes doubled, are so fucking annoying.
Many insects have
Anyways,
compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same.
Wasting resources efficiently.
Hope.
Choosing your first banner.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except
Wasting resources efficiently? What do you mean? Don't worry, I'll explain. But I think if you try to make sure you don't waste anything, you will not have a good time with Genshin in the early game. And if you're too wasteful, you're gonna regret it later. Finding that middle ground where you do things that aren't optimal long term, but that will make your early experience much, much better, I think is really important. And I want to talk about that, because that's something that I don't see a lot of people talking about.
that light. Hope.
But I guess there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about here. Like sub points for wasting resources efficiently, right? There's flat attack. There's swirlers. There's 3-star weapons. Instructor. Berserker 2? No. Berserker is bait. And so is Exile. But don't worry, I'll talk about it. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? What MC to choose? We'll talk about that with Swirlers. Animal MC is the best MC until you have, like, until you're, like, AR-45. Animal MC is, like, really useful early. Anyways. Exploration versus questing versus, dailies.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
Right? Like, what you should be spending your time doing when you have a lot of things you can be doing.
many insects have a compulsion to follow the light.
Someone mentioned the world level. I don't think world level is worth mentioning. You should always ascend your world level, but it's a common tip that you're gonna see everywhere if you look up a beginner guide. I want stuff that's, like, not necessarily mentioned in other guides. I guess we can talk about Star Glitter. Resin usage. I think that's it. So top 5 beginner tips. That's that, like, we can do that. So let me put a marker down. Everyone say hi to YouTube. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome, hi, to a video about
Humans are the same.
beginner tips
Except we call that light.
that I don't see a lot of people talk about. Now, you may have, or there is a very, very large amount of beginner-focused content. Whether it be early progression guides or tips, mistakes to avoid, all that. But there's a few things that I don't see mentioned by that many of them that I think are very important. And I wanted to talk about them. This is not supposed to be a video that will cover every single useful thing, but it is supposed to be a video that will cover things that you probably haven't seen too much. So, let's get right into it with the first important beginner tip that I have for you. Which is probably the most important of them all. And it's the importance of wasting your resources efficiently. So, what do I mean by wasting resources efficiently? That doesn't make any... Zajef, are you an idiot? Wasting resources efficiently? How can you waste something efficiently? Let me elaborate on that. If all you're focused on is the long-term progression of your account, there is a most efficient way of doing things. Making sure that you reduce waste as much as possible, that you only do stuff that's efficient at any given point. The problem is, that's not fun. It's not long-term resin efficient to build your characters in the early game with anything that will not permanently stay on them. So levels are resin efficient, sure, but leveling up a weapon that you'll end up replacing eventually and leveling up artifacts are quite literally going to be wasteful.
Is right up my alley.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. There is a nice, or you should be aiming for a middle ground between reducing your waste, not making sure you don't fucking use all your resources into stuff that's completely useless, without trying to only do things that will only start showing their benefits a year and a half from now. And so I want to talk about the sort of stuff that is inefficient to do, that is going to make the biggest difference in the short term, because these are the kind of, the sort of things that are worth doing in the early game. So, let's talk about it. The first thing I want to talk about is the importance of flat attack. In the very, very early game, when you're starting on a new account, your character's base attack is really, really low. But flat attack is balanced around fully built characters. It's a stat that is kind of not great on fully built characters that are level 90 with a level 90 weapon. But on low level characters that don't have a lot of base attack yet, the flat attack is a lot more impactful. You should be able to get through most if not all of the story and exploration related content in the early game by pretty much only leveling your feathers. In the early game, your feathers are by far the most important pieces on your characters. But that's not the case for every single character. That's for attack scaling characters. Obviously, if you're playing characters that scale with different stats, that won't necessarily be the case. But in the very, very early game, you may not have a lot of options for your characters. Which brings me to the next way of wasting resources efficiently, which is animal units. Animal units are fucking broken in the early game. Very early on, you generally don't have decent builds on your supports yet, so your burst reliant supports don't get their burst reliably. You don't really have the resources to level a bunch of stuff either. And you'll end up in a situation where using characters that can swirl a bunch because of the relatively low investment required to increase transformative reaction damage, so reactions outside of aggravate, spread, vape, and melt, all those other reactions, because they scale so well with relatively poor builds, or rather, because they reach decent damage with much worse builds than the other reactions or the non-reaction teams, you will get hard carried in your early game if you just get an okay-ish build on an animal unit. And the best way to do that, if you have Sucrose, you're really happy you can use Sucrose, and that's free. If you have another of the like good animal units, if you have Kazuha, like you can do that as well, whatever, right? But if you don't, unironically, at the start of the game, your most valuable character that you get by default is going to be Animo MC. Animo MC is one of the worst characters that you get for free, but they're really strong early before you start getting to transformative reactions kind of falling off later on. Nowadays, there's not really any teams where any of the MCs are all that great. But there's a decent amount of teams where they're okay. So it won't be a complete waste to have them leveled. And then on top of that, if you're building a swirl-focused Animo MC, the only investment you have to put into them is into their levels, which will carry over if you end up using Dendro MC or Pyro MC in the future, and their artifacts. You don't need to level talents, you don't really care that much about weapon either. Which brings us to the third thing I want to talk about, which is Instructor. Because of how powerful transformative reactions are in the early game, it means that the Instructor set is very, very good. Instructor is a set that gives you a lot of EM, right? 200 EM from the 4-piece. And in the early game, that amount of stats is really good. And because EM is a stat that effectively becomes worse the more of it you have, that also means that your first few points of EM are the ones that matter the most. And then on top of that, Instructor is pretty much the only 4-star artifact set that is still valuable in the late game. There's a few other artifact sets that you'll see used here and there, but Instructor is actually the best in slot artifact set on a bunch of great characters in a lot of their best teams. And so having an okay-ish Instructor set will never be a complete waste. If you find yourself an EM main side Instructor piece, even if it's a 3-star, it's worth leveling in the early game. But because the set effect is so powerful, even on your animal units before you start getting to the point where you want to be spending resin in the VV domain, you can straight up just give them a +0 set of instructor that doesn't have the right main stat, and they'll pretty much be able to deal with all the relevant exploration and story combat content. And the last thing I want to mention for wasting resources efficiently is the weapons that you'll put on your characters early on. So, weapons on attack scalers tend to be the most resin efficient way to increase their strength. The fact that the weapons increase base attack, and the fact that they increase base attack a lot more than character levels do, paired with the fact that a lot of the stuff that are the main way you improve weapons is through the use of enhancement ore, which is not something that you need resin to get, means that leveling weapons is generally the most resin efficient way to improve your account. But obviously, at the very start of the game, you probably don't have a lot of good weapons. So what are the weapons to keep an eye out for in the very early game that are going to be valuable? First, TDDS. But TDDS is not a weapon that is that worth to level. Early game, unless you ended up going for a character like Citlali, TDDS is good, but in a lot of characters where you would use TDDS, its levels don't matter. Getting a little bit more healing on your Barbara kind of doesn't really matter, and getting more attack on her matters even less. So it's not really necessary to level it. But there are a few weapons that are worthwhile to level early. And the best example of it is Harbinger of Dawn. Harbinger of Dawn is a massive stat stick early game. And then on top of that, it's a stat stick that helps fix your crit ratio. It effectively makes your crit stats on your artifacts a lot better. Because in the very early game, when you don't have a lot of crit, because your artifacts are kind of a mishmash of whatever garbage you have available to you, because of the way crit works, right? Because if you don't have a lot of crit damage, crit rate doesn't help you that much, and if you don't have a lot of crit rate, crit damage doesn't help you that much. Having a weapon that gives you a bunch of crit rate and crit damage is a pretty big deal. And on top of that, on a few characters, Harbinger is still a viable option and a competitive option with other 4 stars, sometimes even close to the 5 stars, on a lot of characters. Other than that, Dark Iron Sword is also quite nice. Dark Iron Sword is not a gacha weapon. You can only get it... You can get one by talking to a guy in Leah. One of the shop owners. And I think now you can get another one with a fucking quest. Another one in Chenyu Vale or whatever. But I mean, the refines on it don't matter, so who cares? This is an EM substat weapon. That means that you don't have to waste a billet on Iron Sting if you want your early game carry to be Animo MC. Outside of that, there's a few other weapons that can be good, right? There's Favonius Warbow that you get from the quest. That's a good weapon, but you don't have anyone that really cares about getting Favonius Warbow in the early game. At least not by default. Same thing for Slingshot. Same thing for White Tassel. Yeah. In any case, though, that brings us to the next second tip, important tip for beginner players, which is to make sure you go for the right units early on. So obviously, if there's a unit you really like because you think they're cool, or you think they're hot, or you think they're funny, or I don't give a shit why. If there's a unit you really like for a reason other than their power, don't let a potential lack of power be the reason why you skip them and end up playing a character you don't like. This section is going to be for people that don't necessarily have one character that convinces them to play the game, where they're relatively flexible in what characters they can play. So, people that start the game three weeks apart on a different banner can have a wildly different early game experience, because there's a lot of characters that are very strong without relying on other specific characters you probably don't have yet, and or that are a lot stronger early. Going for good banners at the very start is going to make a very big difference. And because the early game content tends to be very realistically achievable just by using the default stuff, just by using a decent Animo MC team, you can get through most of the stuff. If you start on a banner that isn't very good, it's probably a good idea not to go on it. Now, using your standard wishes early is gonna be really, really helpful. There's a lot of 4-star units that are available on the standard banner, and 4-star weapons, I guess, that will open up a bunch of options for you. And that means that you really should use your standard wishes. Using Primo Gems on the standard banner is a bad idea, but using your standard wishes Acquaint Fates, you should use them as soon as you get them. You should go for the beginner banner as well. Going for the beginner banner means that you're slowing down your first guaranteed standard 5-star. But honestly, the best characters on the standard banner are not the 5-stars. They really aren't. And the 4-star character pool on the beginner banner only includes the early characters, and they've released a lot of characters since 1.0, a lot of 4-star characters that are awful or very reliant on constellations or only good if you have specific carries. The default 4-star pool in the beginner banner is much better than in the standard banner, so you really should be using your beginner your early fates on the beginner banner until it's gone. And yeah, the Noel guarantee is kind of bad, but it doesn't matter, because the pool for the rest of the 4-stars is so much better. In any case, what are the 4 stars in the standard banner, and I guess beginner banner as well, that can like heavily change the early game direction of the teams you're going to be using early on? Oreron can be nice, but he's not like team warping, really. But he's a nice character to get. Chevaliers is an amazing character to get. Lynette is fine, but not particularly good. Yao Yao can be nice, but she's not really enough by herself. You'd also need to get Fischl. Kuki is quite nice. Kirara, same as Yao Yao. Other than that, Sucrose is probably the best character to get in your first 10 pull on a new account. Because she makes your early game combat really free, because she's a swirler that does all of her swirl job just with normal attacks. And she's also a good unit that is part of strong meta teams for late game players. A lot of the other very strong 4 stars are burst reliant, and in the early game, before you start going out of your way to build a lot of ER, burst reliant characters will perform much worse. Isn't Kuki the best 4 star you can get? No, I don't think so, because while Kuki herself isn't burst reliant, the units that make Kuki good are burst reliant. Fischl is another great one to get early. Bennett is obviously a great unit, but he won't change your early game exploration stuff that much. Singto, same thing. Xiangling, great unit, but pretty bad early because she's a burst reliant unit with really high ER requirements, but she's also a constellation reliant unit, and you get her for free in Abyss, which means that your first 3 Xiangling pulls are kind of worthless because they just take her from C0 to C3. And then outside of that, the useful 4-star ER weapons are also really nice. All the Fav weapons, except I guess that Great Sword. Most of the SAC weapons as well. But outside of that, it's also nice to go for an early limited banner that is not a bad one. If you're interested in knowing if the current banner, whenever you're watching this video, is good, I try to include a section in all of my banner reviews where I talk about how good the banner is for different types of players, and I include beginner players in that. So you can check out the most recent banner review if you want my thoughts on that. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for the second tip. But once you have a decent idea of like how to use, or like what are not good, like good things to get built, good inefficient things to build early, and how to spend your wishes and primo gems, well, what about the gameplay? What should you be focusing on? The way I see it, when it comes to early game content, there's like 4 main types of activities. I guess 5 main types of activities. The first type is the important dailies, which is daily commissions.
Confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons.
Daily commissions. It's pretty much just that. Daily commissions should be your highest priority. Your early game should be heavy focus on unlocking commissions that you unlock at AR, I don't know, 8 or some shit. I don't remember the exact AR you unlock commissions, but unlocking them and then doing them. The first time you open Genshin, if you have enough time on that day, that should be your goal. Because the adventure rank experience you get from commissions is by far the biggest source, or the most important source of adventure rank experience early.
Exploration
And the other important daily is resins, or is resin usage. Make sure you use all of your resin every day. Well, why is my phone ringing? Whatever. We'll make sure that we go more into where you should use your resin later on. But much more important than where you use your resin, it's important that you use your resin. In the early game, your main form of progression isn't going to be through your builds directly. It's going to be through increasing your AR, your adventure rank, so that you can start using your resin in things that are better, that you unlock a higher adventure rank. That's the first type of activity, right? And honestly, most people that have watched one or two beginner guides will know that that's the most important one. But I want to talk about the other ones as well, right? So the second type of like early activity you can do on an account is unimportant dailies. Stuff that you can do every day, but that isn't the big stuff. Mainly artifact routes and elite routes. The third important, or the third type of activity you can do is quests. Pretty self-explanatory. The fourth type is exploration. And I had a fifth type that I forgot what it was. Fuck.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens,
It wasn't a
they should
handbook, no.
broaden their horizons in the world below.
Oh yeah, the fifth type is non-exploration permanent content. Like Abyss. So, obviously the like important daily stuff is should always be your highest priority. But outside of that, what else is important? So,
Exploration and trial.
quests are the most
Adventuring is right up
linear
my alley.
and hand-holdy way of doing early progress. But they're generally not the most time efficient. The most time efficient way of doing early progress is to open up a chest route for whatever region you're in and running that chest route and opening all the chests in the route. There's a lot of guides out there that just go into a region and get every single chest in that region.
Have a compulsion to
And that's
follow.
pretty much your most
Humans are the same.
efficient way of doing
They call
progress.
that light hope.
The problem is, that shit ain't fun. It is really boring to just follow along with a guide and just do the same thing they're doing like that. And so, what you should be asking yourself is just, do I care enough about progress to do the thing that's, like, not that fun? Or would I prefer just, like, not following the guides and exploring at my own pace? And that the answer to that is going to be different for everyone.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
The next thing is the, like, non-exploration related permanent content, like Abyss. And Abyss is something that you definitely should focus on, but not at the very start. Abyss gets exponentially more Abyss gets exponentially more
Insects have a
Abyss gets exponentially more difficult
and humans are the same,
with each floor,
except we call that light hope.
which means that the latest floors of Abyss are going to be fucking harsh. But the early floors of Abyss are actually really easy. When you're on a new account, if pretty much all you're doing is using like an instructor, a +0 instructor set on an animal unit, and leveling up your feathers only for your other units, you can pretty much clear the first 4 floors of Abyss as soon as you unlock it.
God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Because the first few floors are like actually just really, really easy. As long as you are building the right things. And doing that early is actually really nice. Because the rewards for it are quite useful. But once you've done that, you shouldn't focus on Abyss too much up until you get to the point where you can actually clear past floor 8. Right? The gap in difficulty between floors 4 and 5 in Abyss is really big, because in floor 4, you only need 1 team. But in floor 5, you need 2. Realistically, if you really know what you're doing, this isn't your first account, you can probably clear up to like 0-star floor 6 as soon as you unlock Abyss. Maybe even higher than that. But it's not that important. And the rewards for Abyss are one-time rewards up until floor 9. So up until your account is strong enough to be able to actually get through floor 9, you don't need to rush. The reason why doing the first few floors is good is because the first few floors are actually really, really easy compared to the rest. The right moment to aim for pushing an Abyss past floor 8 is generally going to be right after your Omega spike at AR45. So if you've watched pretty much any beginner guide before, you've probably heard that you should save your Fire Resin until you reach AR45, which is very reasonable advice. If what you're looking for is a relatively efficient playthrough, but you don't need to save all of your fragile. Like, if you're bored and you're not AR45 yet and you want to play, like, you can use it. It's not the end of the world. But the upgrades you can get from your resin at AR45 are insane. It's not actually that you need AR45 to get artifact upgrades. It's that it is wildly less efficient to farm artifacts at AR-44 than it is at AR-45. And pretty much any other form of resin spending is a lot less inefficient between 44 and 45. And just below 45 in general. The spike in efficiency at 45 is by far the biggest for artifacts. Which brings us to resin usage. So, I've already briefly mentioned that when it comes to artifacts, the most important stuff to level in the early game is your feathers, and then EM main stat instructor pieces. But before you reach AR-45, I would actually not recommend wasting artifact XP on pretty much anything else. If you're starting to find yourself struggling, you can level up a Sands or a Goblet. That's 4-star, and like it's not too bad. And if that is what you're doing, don't level them all the way. It's significantly better to level a Sands and a Goblet both to level 8 than to get either of them to 16. And once you reach AR-45, you start farming one of the artifact domains that's good for the characters you have, and you'll get an explosive spike in damage. And like I said before, you can farm artifacts earlier, and if you do, the spike at 45 will be lower, but it is just so inefficient to farm artifacts before, so unless you're really struggling to clear stuff, I wouldn't recommend doing it. So what should you do before 45? The reality is that as long as it's not artifacts, it kind of doesn't matter. Artifact farming is the only thing that is actually worthless before you unlock 5-star artifacts. All the other forms of resin spending give you the right resources, just less of them. The stuff that's the least... Okay. The character building is a process that is really, really far from a linear one. For example, right, you can see character ascension goes from 20 to 40 to 60. So the character ascension Mora cost is linear. But the gemstone cost, right? Each of these is 3 chunks. Each chunk is 3 fragments, and each fragment is 3 slivers. Which means each gemstone is 27 slivers. And you got 6 of them versus 1 sliver for your first ascension. You can see that it scales up in a way that is not symmetrical to the Mora increase. Gemstones are like are by far the biggest example of it. The gemstone requirements for the last ascension is 3 times more than the previous one. But what that means is that early game, because obtaining gemstone isn't something that scales as exponentially as using them, it effectively means that in the very early game, it's pretty efficient to farm stuff that gives you gemstone, even if you get less boss materials out of it. In general, world bosses world bosses, Mora, and character level up books are the main things you should be focused on in the early game. But as long as what you're farming isn't artifacts, it's really not that big of a deal. I would rather play on an account that for the first 2 weeks only ever spends resin on converting magical chunks to whatever they're called at the blacksmith. No, that's not what I want to do. Yeah. So I'd rather play on an account that for the first 2 weeks only ever spends resin on magical crystal chunks, which is pretty much the least efficient use of your resin, because you can get Mystic Enhancement and more than enough without resin, so like this is an awful thing to do, you should never do it. I would rather play on an account that does this exclusively for the first 2 weeks than on an account that farms the best possible thing for the first 2 weeks, but misses 1 day of resin usage. Making sure that you don't waste resin, or that you actually use up all of your resin, is a lot more important than using it optimally, because reaching reaching higher AR earlier is a lot more important than managing your resin investment at low AR. Obviously, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but the idea stands. And finally, I want to talk about the last tip I want to give to beginner players, which is using their Star Glitter properly. Alright, so Star Glitter is something that you get when you start getting multiple copies of characters. And boy, are these Intertwined Fates shiny and appealing and pog. They can be good, but early on, I would not recommend using them. Your Star Glitter in the early game is really important because there's a lot of very strong 4-stars that are really important to team building, but that you don't get for free, and that are through the Star Glitter shop rotation. I'm not telling you that you can't buy Intertwined Fates, but if you buy Intertwined Fates and you get unlucky and you don't get Bennett, well, honestly, sucks to be you. You won't be able to play pretty much any of the Bennett carries in a good team. I've experienced accounts without Bennett. My Taiwan account, that I started in early Inazuma, I started it like relatively soon after Bennett was in the shop rotation, and I didn't get Bennett until he came back to the shop rotation. And the day I got Bennett from the shop rotation, I 36 starred Abyss. If you have the 4-star characters that are important for the carries you want to play, you can ignore this and you can buy the Intertwined Fates and there's no problem with it. But if you don't have them yet, don't get too impatient and use them up just because you see shiny Intertwined Fates and you see that you have enough to buy them. And now I have 2 extra bonus tips. Okay? Extra bonus Pog tips. The first one of the 2 bonus tips is
Adventuring is
don't force yourself to follow any tips that you don't like. Efficiency is good. And Pog and all. But if you feel that trying to play efficiently and optimally is making your experience boring, then don't. It's useful stuff to know about, but the decision on whether or not you put it into practice should come from whether or not you care, not from whether or not it's objectively a useful thing to do. And the second bonus tip, and the most important one of this whole video, is don't spend money on this shit game.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
I'm begging you, don't spend money on this shit game. I say this often, but an important part of that is that I think that the gacha business model is fucked. But even if you don't give a shit about that, even if you disagree and you think that the gacha business model is an ethical and great showcase of why capitalism is the best economic system, all right? Even if that's what you think, all right? You still shouldn't spend money on this shit game because 1, shit is way too fucking expensive for what it gives you. And 2, there isn't actually that much stuff to do when it comes to combat-related content. And whaling and making your characters stronger through that just means that you'll get to the point where you've run out of stuff to do faster.
hope.
Adventure time.
In any case, that's gonna be it for these beginner tips. This is the sort of video that I haven't really done on the channel very much because it's you know, it's for a different target audience. But I still wanted to get something like this out there.
Adventure team, assemble.
If you'd like to see more stuff that is a little bit less tailored towards the audience I've had so far, let me know in the comments. If you thought this video was kind of cringe because you don't give a shit about any of it because you aren't a beginner player, also let me know. I'm very curious to see what the reception to this is going to be. But yeah, as usual, I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you had a great time with the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube. Okay. Let editors know. Okay. Recorded a beginner tips video. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for today, chat. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good time. Maybe we'll do Lantern Rite tomorrow. We'll see. Um... Nah. I don't really want to raid anyone today. I think I'll just end stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.